Hey everyone, it's Jason and this is your weekend cruise news update. And social media helps find a missing cruise passenger. Passengers get involved in a rescue at sea. And I have my #1 cruise news story of 2023 that impacted the cruise industry and I think will impact 2024 also. So cruise story #1, and this is a scary situation, but social media came to the rescue. So what happened was a young lady got separated from her family in Dunedin, New Zealand. She had her cell phone on her, but it didn't have a local SIM card, so her family could not call her. The family reached out to local authorities that put her picture on their Facebook page. A local resident recognized her from that Facebook post and reached out to authorities, and she was reunited with her family. What a great story there. So the question is do you have a contingency or emergency plan in the ports? I know a lot of people, I'm in Orlando, have these plans for like Walt Disney World and Universal. If they get separated from their family, they're going to meet at certain places. Now we don't have them, it's just my wife and I, but if you have kids or grandkids, is this something that you do? Let me know in the comments. So cruise story #2, and I'm not sure I've ever heard of a story like this before, as passengers were involved in a rescue at sea. So a group of passengers saw people in the water with their life jackets on. Now I'm going to take the liberty of here saying they probably had binoculars, because it was later found out that they were a mile away from the ship. They alerted the crew and the captain, who deviated from course, and they rescued 5 fishermen whose boat had sunk. They notified the Indian Coast Guard, who picked up the fishermen, took them to the local hospital, and they're said to be in good condition. The next day, when the Costa Serena showed up in port, the Indian Coast Guard offered them a plaque of appreciation for saving those fishermen's lives. What a cool story. I love stories like that with a great ending. So before I get to cruise story #3, I would ask that you please like this video, as it does help the channel grow. Also consider subscribing, as I do daily cruise news shorts and tips and tricks. I also do longer cruise videos on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Thanks so much. So cruise story #3, and this is a flashback to my #1 story of 2023, and I really believe it was when Royal Caribbean sent out that survey asking their passengers would they pay for Sorrento's pizza. Talk about a social media firestorm. It was on every message board, every Facebook post on cruising. It was all over other kinds of media. It was everywhere. And so much so that Michael Bailey, the CEO and president of Royal Caribbean, had to basically say, hey, it was just a survey. We're not charging for Sorrento's pizza. I think a lot of cruise lines took notice of that. And they realized, hey, we're going to have to be careful when we move our prices up. And I think that's going to go into 2024 with them remembering how that social media firestorm hit Royal Caribbean for Sorrento's pizza. Now what you've seen is cruise lines quietly putting those changes in. And they get a little backlash, things like that, but they don't really announce things or make it public like that. It's more quiet changes. Celebrity recently did something like that with their premium beverage package. No one really knew about it, it's just quiet change. So what is your #1 story from 2023? Do you agree with mine, or was there something else? Would love to hear from you in the comments. I do appreciate you guys watching in 2023. All the support means the world to me. It's been a fun year. I enjoy doing this so much. And I can't wait to talk to you next year. And until then, happy cruising.